All over West Michigan, this is 24-hour News 8 Football Frenzy.
When it comes to high school football in Michigan, it doesn't get any bigger than this. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another Friday Frenzy. I'm Jack Doles. Jason Terzis, Larry Figurski, and I will bring you highlights from 18 games in Week 7 around West Michigan. And is there any doubt which game leads off our coverage? East, Grand Rapids, and Lowell. Since 2001, East has won 6 state championships and lost a total of 7 games. 4 of those have come at the hands of the Red Arrows. And here Lowell gets off with a fast start. Game deemed to Matt Houston. That's a 9-yard touchdown, 21-10 Lowell. East punches right back. Ryan Elbley finds senior quarterback the bomb to Nick Mulhall. 60-yard touchdown, cut the lead to 21-17. But on the ensuing kickoff, Houston, who just scored the last touchdown, fields it deep in Lowell's zone, and look at him go. Breaks a tackle there. He's got to block up the sideline, and he's gone. 90-some yards, and Lowell has a 28-17 lead at the half. Third quarter, the Red Arrows start to really pull away. It looked like this might not be close. Dean, the quarterback keeper, going to go 14 yards, 34-17, Lowell with the lead. But there's a reason East has won 25 in a row. Hand up to Trent Voss, barely touched. He's gone for 71 yards, 34-24. The lead's down to 10. Now in the fourth quarter, East down 40-37, and Elbley strikes again. Once again to Mulhall. The third time they've connected, 17 yards. East wins it, 44-40. What a comeback.
What an epic battle. Just an unbelievable high school game. What else can you say? I mean, that was incredible. Both sides, just incredible. We got some breaks in the second half. I think they got some breaks in the first half. But you know what? Our kids did not find a way to quit. And gosh, I credit to our guys.
Our second Spotlight game takes us for a little trip down south for a Wolverine Conference showdown. The 6-0 Redskins of Paw Paw going up against the 5-1 Bulldogs of Vicksburg. This turned out to be a good game, although probably nothing quite as fulfilling as East and Lowell. Second play of the game, Paw Paw's Connor Pritch intercepts it, takes it back 40 yards for the first 6 points of the game. Vicksburg coming back. Aaron McGuire hooking up with Connor McCormick, and Connor going to do the rest. This good for a 74-yard Vicksburg touchdown, and we had us a back-and-forth ball game. But for Paw Paw, Andrew Buskirk with the keeper, he's going to take the 75 yards, and Paw Paw remains unbeaten. They're now 7-0 after knocking off rival Vicksburg tonight, 28-23.
Spotlight number 3, shining on the Lakes 8. The unbeaten and playoff-bound Grant Tigers venturing into Spring Lake to meet the 5-1 Lakers, who, along with Fruitport, open the night just a game behind Grant in the conference, and we're looking to clinch a playoff berth of their own. Scoreless game in the second until this. Keegan Walter off the play fakes, going to put it up deep, and Stephen East is there. Makes the grab at the 9, 34-yard touchdown, 7-0 Lakers. 13-7, 5 seconds to go in the half. Walter again up top for Ryan Walling, who pulls this one down. It was 19-7 Lakers at the half, and then this, the backbreaker for the Tigers. Walter fakes pitch right, dumps it off to the far left side. TJ Kleiger gets a great block for number 50. Andy Histman there, and then picks up a couple more and scampers 48 yards to pay dirt. The Lakers built a 39-7 lead and hang on from there. They roll over Grant tonight, 39-21.
Next stop, Zeeland. The big battle in the OK Green Unity Christian and Zeeland East. The Chicks a perfect 6-0. Had to knock the chance to knock the Crusaders out of the race. Crusaders, big turnover. Max made his pass, picked off by Josiah Brown. Returns it 40 yards for the score. Zeeland East with a quick 7-0 lead. End of the third quarter now. Unity Christian has to punt. And now Zeeland East special teams come up with a big play. The block recovered by Mike Greenland all the way down to the 12-yard line. And at the start of the fourth quarter, Zeeland East punches it in. Keegan Denial runs a 3-yard carry, 27-0. Zeeland East wins it 34-14.
All right, time for the weekly slugfest that is the OK Red. 5-1 Rockford on the road at 1-5 Kentwood. Kentwood's only points of the night coming on the opening kickoff. Braden Miller going to take it back. He's going to go 85 yards, just like that, Kentwood striking first. It was 7-0, but after that, all Rockford Rams had the ball 3 times in the first quarter. They scored touchdowns on each of those possessions. Zach Schmuck with the touchdown makes it 14-7 Rockford. Then Mark LaPrairie faking the handoff, rolls out, finds a wide open at Josh Reinke. Rockford rolling at Kentwood tonight 53-7.
Like Rockford, Muskegon, one of 4 teams in the red, opening the night tied atop the conference at 3-1. Big Reds traveling to Jenison to meet the Wildcats, who got on the board first. Tyler Jose going to power his way in from 4 yards out here, and Cats had a 7-0 lead. Big Reds then down 14-zip. Jenison threatening again, but the lot comes loose. Ball on the carpet here after the fumble. It's picked up by Najee Brown-Duran, and he is going to rumble 60 yards the other way. The big guy puts the Big Reds on the board, cut the lead to 14-6. And then later in the second, Cavante Keys, this is a QB keeper coming up. Muskegon comes from behind, knocks off Jenison tonight 25-14.
Next stop, West Ottawa. The Panthers had their hands full with a hungry Hudsonville Eagle team. Eagles can't afford any more losses. West Ottawa trying to stay among that first place tie. The first drive of the second half, Desmond Morgan, short pass to Zach Forsma, bounces off the defender and goes 30 yards. West Ottawa with a 28-14 lead. Still in the third. Hudsonville trying to come back. Hank Van Ooyen, he's going to go in for a 20-yard touchdown run. Extra point, no good. So West Ottawa's lead was cut to 28-20. But then Desmond Morgan going to pitch to Boersma, and he's going to go 80 yards to the house. West Ottawa wins it. Final score 38-20 over Hudsonville.
And we wrap up our tour of the OK Red with Grand Haven and Granville pick up the action in the third quarter. Bucks on top, 21-0. Adam Powell out of the shotgun, going to go to Danny Cotter for the score. 12 yards out. Grand Haven on top, 28-0. Granville getting on the board late. Colin DeCam going to hook up with Adam Wise. Nice catch, 45-yard touchdown. It was 28-7, but the Bucks really pulling away and putting this thing in overdrive. Ben Stiegel, 75-yard touchdown here as Grand Haven knocks off Granville tonight, 38-15.
Only 2 unbeaten teams in the OK Black scoring off in Norton Shores. The Sailors of Mona Shores, Rangers of Forest Hills Central, already up 7-zip with the Rangers. Jack Schultz, Spencer Nels. He gets in the end zone from 26 yards out. It was 14-zip. Later in the second, Scholl this time is going to put it up in the air. Sets up to Marquise Mondi, who's going to make the grab. And look at the long legs. That is a stride. You will not catch him. Gone down the sidelines for an 80-yard score. Forest Hill Central rolling tonight, 42-12.
9 down, 9 more to come your way. Stick around. Second half of the Frenzy coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Football Frenzy. We'll start the second half of the key game in the West Michigan Conference. Shelby with a 1-game lead, but they've got Montague tonight, Oak Ridge next week. Here Montague, Travis Cockrell to Anthony Root, 84-yard touchdown run, and Montague off to a 14-0 lead in the second quarter. But on a 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, Mason Courtright going to punch it in. And now this game ends up going to overtime, tied at 14. First play at overtime, Brian Schroeder to Chad Moore. Oh, touchdown Shelby, and they stop Montague. Shelby wins it, 21-14 in overtime.
Well, it's the state's oldest rivalry going back to 1893. So whenever Battle Creek Central and Kalamazoo Central get together, you know it is a big game. For BCC, Malcolm Fisher to Greg Williams. Williams going to take it 37 yards for the touchdown. It was a 14-13 Battle Creek Central lead, but K Central coming back. Quarterback Alex Dawkins going to keep it himself, going to take this one in for the score. K Central on top, 20-14, and they go on to get the victory tonight. Final score in this one, 34-20.
For all the talk about the great race in the OK Red this year, how about the gold? 5 teams opening the night, tied with just 1 loss in the conference, including Hastings, facing the Sailors of South Christian here, who jumped out to a 28-0 lead. That's Brian Heidman to Garrison Gaddy, who will finish it off. 55-yard score for that 28-0 lead. Hastings did battle back, 28-7 in the third. Sean McHugh to Alex Randall, and he will get loose on the left side and go the distance, but the Saxons can only pull within 10. South Christian, 31-21 tonight.
Out in Caledonia, Scott still in the thick of things in the gold. So is Catholic Central. Both teams 3-1 when they kicked off. Homecoming out in Caledonia. Second quarter tied at 14. Miles Morrissey to John Haley. And the Cougars take a 21-14 lead. Caledonia, though, they respond. Trevor Garbo, 2-yard touchdown, ties it 21-21. Crowd going crazy. Just before half, Morrissey goes deep to Bronson Hill. 37-yard touchdown. Catholic Central goes on to win it 39-21.
Now, two more of those 3-1 teams in the OK Gold. Forest Hills Eastern and Middleville, Thornapple Kellogg. Second scoreless game. TK's Coley McKeough tosses one up. He's got Jacob Boltema there for the touchdown. At the two-point conversion, it's 8-0 Trojans. We head to overtime, tied at 16 after a Trojan score. Eastern Spencer Elliott takes off for the corner, scores from 18 yards out. So we go now to, after that touchdown, we go to double overtime. Eastern misses their field goal try, so then Coley McKeough goes in. Seems like he kind of fumbles right there at the goal line. Not sure if it was before or after, but they rule it a touchdown, and that's your ball game. Middleville in double overtime, 29-23 over Forest Hills Eastern.
OK Blue leading West Catholic with a chance to wrap up a playoff berth tonight with a win over the 3-3 Broncos of Coopersville. Falcons up 10-7 in the first. Lance Buitendijk, quick out to Dan Pittman, who will break a tackle, and he goes 45 yards to Pater. It was 17-7 West Catholic. Falcons a little later are going to go to the air again. Buitendijk this time will look over the middle for Zach Smith. Zach Smith will just get behind the secondary and take that one, and that made it 31-7. West Catholic rolls tonight 44-6.
Next stop, Saranac, and the Redskins needed one more win to lock up their first playoff berth since 1978. Took on Carson City Crystal. Ball on the 4. Dylan Gentry going to punch it in. And it was a 6-6 ball game. Saranac ties it up. Third quarter, Derek Larson. He's going to go in from 3 yards. Saranac takes an 18-6 lead. One of the great stories out there, Zach Lytle. His father's one of the assistant coaches, not with the team right now. He's about to be deployed to Iraq. So, you know, great to see him get their 6th win tonight. A way to send his dad off. Saranac wins it 36-22.
Stop 17 on the Frensky. Hopkins looking like the team to beat in the OK Silver. Vikings remaining unbeaten in conference play, knocking off Calvin Christian tonight. Mitchell Pavlik just getting it over. Hopkins on top early, 7-0. Then 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Mitchell Pavlik again, this time handing off to Benjamin Bragg. Hopkins getting the win tonight over Calvin Christian, 37-8.
18th and final prep stop of the night. Kalamazoo 4-2 Comets. Kazoo Christian facing the unbeaten Falcons of Constantine. Second quarter, this is Jake Bauer. First, Zach Marlowe breaks away, gets into the secondary, and he is gone. It was 6-0. Then Kalamazoo Christian with the ball, but this pass picked up by Quentin Mulich, and he'll go 56 yards the other way. Constantine winners tonight.
When we return, Red Wings grip